The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. This is a quote by Socrates, the ancient philosopher, and one of my favorite quotes. And this is 100% true because I've been trying to live this myself. How can you reduce the amount of enjoyment in order to get more happiness? Isn't that contradictory? Let me share in this video, so stick on. Hey guys, my name is Nandeep and I'm the guy who loves to help you transform your stress into productivity. And for that, let's see how to really enjoy less. And before I get into that, subscribe to this channel if you haven't and click the bell icon. But really, watch the whole video. Watch my other videos if you want, and then if you find this really relevant to what you want, then go ahead and subscribe. Okay? Ask your viewers to subscribe because they won't, otherwise they forget. So go ahead and do it. Now, how to develop the capacity to enjoy less in order to experience more happiness? It is by doing the simple answer is the power of starving. Now, what do I mean by starving? It is not just food starving, but voluntarily taking an effort to try to cut down the things that gives you enjoyment, because these are things that can be giving you enjoyment, and the only way you can enjoy more is by doing more of such things. That is the only way you can enjoy. But you see, there will be some side effects. Now let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, let's say you have the habit of binge watching TV series. Okay, that's fine, but you keep doing that for a long time in such a way that it's kind of addictive. You watch 3-4 hours continuously, which is first of all not good for your body. You keep sitting for a long time, that's not good for you. Your body kind of gets heated up. You have other things to do which you're not prioritizing, a lot of other things, right? So for a person who does that, the only way that they can enjoy more of that is by watching more such TV series or more movies. The same thing can be applied to a person who drinks alcohol. See, the first time when that person drinks, the amount of high that he gets is like so quick because your body is new to alcohol. But have you realized that the more you drink, your immunity or capacity to take in alcohol gets increased, and you need to drink 2 bottles of beer to get the same high that you used to get earlier, right? So the point here is, in order for you to enjoy more things in life, you need to keep doing more. So that's why Socrates says that, first of all, I'll say this quote: the secret of happiness, you see, is not in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less, which I mean to say, to starve, voluntarily starve. But the actual problem, you see, is this is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in my life, is the difference between happiness and pleasure. There is a big difference between happiness and pleasure. I think most people are confused or misunderstanding pleasure for happiness. Well, there are a lot of differences. One of it is happiness has no side effects. That is what you're supposed to be. That is what you're naturally supposed to be. You're always supposed to be happy. And the other thing is pleasure, which can have side effects. One is experienced by not exploiting any other person or anything else or nature. And the other thing, pleasure can be done by exploiting someone else. I mean, because you can't be happy by exploiting others. That's not possible. Even if you don't realize it now, later you will realize it, right? So that is on a side note. But coming back here, the secret of happiness, not pleasure, is developed through cutting down the enjoyment. I'll give you an example. This happened in my I think it was during my college days. We were gathered and we were just sharing some jokes, and we were all, just having a fun time. There was one person. We shared some joke. It was some random joke. It wasn't really funny, but that person had a great laugh, and that person was the odd one out, laughing so loud for a silly joke, and everybody found it kind of weird, but I could kind of relate to it because I just spoke to him and I said, that was so funny. It's been so long since I laughed so hard. Long story short, that person has not laughed in a long time. And if a silly joke can make him laugh so much, it means that his scope for laughing for so many things is still so open for him. Right? See, as far as your body is concerned, laughter is so good. And the chemicals that gets released in your body when you laugh, it's so healthy. But as far as the chemicals in the body is concerned, it does not care whether it's a silly joke or a intellectual joke. All that it needs is just a good laugh. And I was kind of, and there's nothing wrong in that, right? That person is starved of some good jokes, spending time with people and then laughing with people in such a way that even these kind of easy jokes are so laughable to him. And in some way, when I spoke to him further, he said, I used to laugh a lot, but now, I got into my father's business and it's been work, but I didn't spend much time. The point here is this. For people who are so used to like good jokes, the only way that some joke can impress them is a better joke than what they've already heard before. The same thing is applied for music, movies. If you've gone up to a threshold and if you've experienced most of the things, and the only way you can be satisfied is experiencing more of those things or getting to the variety of those things. But whereas the smart thing to do, I feel, is voluntarily just starve yourself. Like, for example, some people fast from food, and when they fast, that day is so precious because it's like a reset button. They realize how much food is important, and the next day when they eat, they don't really go for much of options. I've seen this myself. So that was one example. I encourage you to voluntarily starve yourself or fast yourself, not only from food, from whatever habit that you have. Try to cut it down so that you don't have the threshold, the bars raised of enjoyment. You bring it down so that you can experience it in more qualitative ways, not in more of in quantity, but in terms of quality. I've experienced this myself and I would like you to try this out. So I hope you found this useful. Try this out and you can share this and you can share your experience in the comment box. I like to read them. Until next time, stay resilient, stay good.